Okay. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Monali Deshpande and Nilesh Jesudkar are honored and happy to have all of you here today. This is the first program under the Art and Cultural Committee chaired by Dr. Sushil Gawande from Nagpur. It is a very unique program which would help us show our talents on a forum and probably express whatever we feel about mental health, mind, and emotions. Me and Nilesh would like to welcome Vice President, Indian Psychiatric Society, Dr. Lakshmikant Rathi sir, who has joined us from his busy schedule, has found time out. He actually was in a program, but still he honored us by his presence today. Welcome, sir. Dr. Neena Sawant, President, West Zone, wanted to join, but she's busy traveling to London and she has sent her blessings to this program. Dr. Sudhir Bhave sir, Vice President, WZB, is also with us today. And I have no words regarding Bhave sir because I think everyone knows the great singer, the great person who can actually, he knows more Bollywood more than any critic out there. So welcome, sir. We also are honored to have Dhananjay today. Dhananjay Ashturkar, Secretary WZB, Ravindra, Treasurer for WZB, and Avinash is an editor for WZB. We are honored also to have BSV Prasad sir, who is our advisor for the Art and Cultural Subcommittee. BSV Prasad sir is also going to speak something about Bollywood today. I welcome Sushil also, who is the chairperson for the Arts and Cultural Subcommittee. Our convener Gaurav has also joined. And I also welcome Jeet, Priyanka, Jyoti, who are our members and go-to persons whom we can reach any moment of time, and they help us for completing the task in timely and a great manner. I would now request Dhananjay to please give his welcoming remarks and bless the program today. Over to you, Dhananjay.
धनंजय अनम्यूट कर.
Thank you, Monali. At the onset, I welcome Dr. Lakshmikant Rathi sir, Vice President IPS, Dr. Sudhir Bhave sir, Vice President IPS WZB, and all the esteemed members on the dais. Especially, I congratulate Monali, Sushil, Nilesh, and other members of this committee who has taken this very innovative and creative idea of having poetry along with the psychiatric illnesses. Friends, we know that from the history, ancient time, there are so much of has been written and has been in a poetic way about the mind. For example, for particularly in Marathi, if you say the Santa Parampara, who says the words, sentences like Mana Karare Prasvanna Sarva Siddhiche Karana. And since then, we are having so many poets. If you say illiterate poet like Bhenabai Chaudhary says, अरे मन जहेरी जहेरी मन जहेरी जहेरी सर सॉरी आय एम फॉरगेट द वर्ड मन जहरी जहरी त्याचे न्यारे रे तंतर अरे विचू साप परा त्याला मारे रे मंतर. So this is the from the till the Somitra, like who says this चार दिन झाले मन पाखरू पाखरू. So these are all the poets who talks about the mind, and mind and internal soul is a very much part of the poetry. I now eager to listen to about the what the psychiatrists say, because it's because we are the psych at artist. So what artist in us is going to elaborate on the mind and mind diseases. Thank you very much. Once again, I congratulate Art and Cultural Team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dhananjay, for your kind words. I would now welcome Rathi sir and seek his blessings for the program. I also would request Rathi sir, who is a great poet, and I have heard him spontaneously making Hindi shairis on stage. And I would request him, and I would like to listen to his poetry also today. So, Rathi sir, please bless the program.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to you all. I'm happy that today IPS West Zone Art and Cultural Committee has arranged a program titled as Lyrics of Mine. Moderator Monali Deshpande, who is a more or less an all-rounder, I can say, Nilesh Jajurkar, and especially IPS West Zone President Ninaji, who's not here today. Very good friend of mine, Sudhir, Dhananjay, with whom I worked as a president also, and other office bearers, Ravindra Agrawal, Avinash D'Souza, and the chairperson of this Art and Cultural Committee, again a multi-talented person, Sushil Gawande, who always has got innovative ideas and who implements them also. At the outset, I will congratulate you all to arrange such a beautiful program on Sunday morning. एक रविवार की इस ठंड के मौसम में लिरिक्स के साथ शुरू करने के अलावा और कौन सी अच्छी बात हो सकती है. And I'm proud of my West Zone always because we are the torchbearer of IPS. Next year also, many of you have to do many jobs in our IPS also when I will be taking over as a president. Because there are many programs we are given to IPS, whether it is a calendar, whether it is a Gaut, it is a Masopchar, whether it is the lyrics and all this. I always say as a psychiatrist, we know that any new thing we feed to the mind or brain, it develops further. एक बात कही जाती है, if you all are a successful psychiatrist, there is no magic in that, I believe. Because we have been taught for 7 years, 10 years in our postgraduate, including our undergraduate training, how to become a successful psychiatrist. But if some of us has developed a अलग से यदि हमने अपना कोई शौक पैदा किया है या हम में से कई लोग पोएट्री वगैरह लिखने लगे, तो ये हमारा खुद का डेवलप किया हुआ है. ये हमें किसी ने इसकी फॉर्मल ट्रेनिंग नहीं दी थी. Therefore, it is important, I always say. I always say we must do something which is not connected to our profession. We must learn new things till we exist on this earth. This keeps us naturally healthy, mentally as well as physically. So I congratulate you again. You are doing a wonderful job, and I'm proud of always my zone. And you will continue these jobs in the further also. I'm confident of that. मुझे मोनाली ने कहा है कि मैं कविता सुनाऊं आपको. मैं छोटी छोटी कविताएं हिंदी में लिखता हूं और कई सारी कविताएं मैंने लिखी है. आजकल उसका सिलसिला थोड़ा कम है बिकॉज एज वी वर डिस्कसिंग चिट्याडिंग की शेड्यूल थोड़ा टाइट रहता है अभी. एक कविता मैं आपको सुनाता हूँ जिसके शीर्षक है सरहदें. सारे देशों में सरहदें हैं और मुझे ये कविता मैंने तब लिखी थी, कुछ साल हो गए इसको लिखे हुए, कि उन सरहदों के लिए लड़ाइयाँ लड़ी जाती है उस सरहद को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए या उसकी सुरक्षा करने के लिए, और वो खरबों डॉलर्स खर्च किए जाते हैं. अभी भी दुनिया में कई युद्ध चल रहे हैं और हजारों इंसानों की जानें जाती हैं. तो मेरा कवि मन क्या कहता है वो आपको सुनाता हूँ कि ये सरहदें किस काम की. कि सरहदों ने बांट रखा है दुनिया को, सरहदों ने बांट रखा है दुनिया को, वरना हर जगह मनुष्य ही तो रहा करते हैं. सरहदों ने बांट रखा है इस दुनिया को, वरना हर जगह मनुष्य ही तो रहा करते हैं. ये सरहदों से क्या हो रहा है? ये सरहदें मनुष्य को पशुवत करती जा रही. पशुवत से मेरा अर्थ आतंकवाद से है और कई तरह के अत्याचारों से है. ये सरहदें मनुष्य को पशुवत करती जा रही, न जाने कब खत्म होगी इन सरहदों की लाचारी, इन सरहदों की लाचारी. सरहदें बढ़ गई है इतनी, सरहदें बढ़ गई है इतनी कि पृथ्वी के मन को दुखाने लगी. सरहदें बढ़ गई है इतनी कि पृथ्वी के मन को दुखाने लगी है. तभी तो सारे संसार में भूकंप और ज्वालामुखी की एक बाढ़ सी आने लगी है, एक बाढ़ सी आने लगी. अब ये भी कोई ज्वालामुखी कहीं पर बैठा था तो मेरा ऐसा है ना कि धरती पर इन सरहदों ने इतना बोझ डाल दिया है कि धरती व्याकुल होकर फट रही है. सरहदें बढ़ गई है इतनी कि पृथ्वी के मन को दुखाने लगी है. तभी तो सारे संसार में भूकंप और ज्वालामुखियों की एक बाढ़ सी आने लगी. मैं कई बार जब फिजिकल में ये कविता सुनाता हूँ तो अगली स्टेंजा कहने के पहले एक प्रश्न पूछता हूँ, मोनाली सरहदें कहाँ पर नहीं है? ऐसी कौन सी जगह है जहाँ सरहद नहीं है? टेक्निकली तो है लेकिन वास्तविक नहीं है. टेल मी द, ऐसी कौन सी सरहद जगह है जहाँ सरहदें नहीं है? तो मेरा जवाब सुनिए. ये लाइन, मैं जब भी कोई कविता लिखता हूँ तो उसमें की एक लाइन मेरे दिल को छू जाती है. इस कविता की ये लाइन है जो मैं आगे कहने जा रहा हूँ. सरहदें होती नहीं आसमां, सरहदें होती नहीं आसमां में, तभी तो सूरज की किरणें चमचमाती है सारे संसार। सरहदें होती नहीं आसमां में, तभी तो सूरज की किरणें चमचमाती है सारे संसार में। अंत में यहाँ मुझे सुनने वाले सभी लोगों से, यहाँ रहने वाले हर व्यक्ति से जो इस धरती पर है, कि आओ हम सब मिलकर, एंड द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ दिस स्मॉल पोएम, आओ हम सब मिलकर इन सरहदों को तोड़ डालें। आओ हम सब मिलकर इन सरहदों को तोड़ डाले। मनुष्य बांट ले दुख मनुष्य का, मनुष्य बांट ले दुख मनुष्य का, कम से कम इतना तो इस पृथ्वी को सवारे, कम से कम इतना तो इस पृथ्वी को सवारे। Once again, I thank you all for inviting me as the chief guest. I'm your own person and listening to my poem. This is a great honor to me. I will be there in the program for a few minutes more. Afterwards, I would like to say, so I'm sorry for that. And you are doing a wonderful job. I congratulate our West Zone in the capacity of the Vice President of IPS. Let us remain torchbearer always, and especially in the next year. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much. It was hearing to you. A tinge of empathy, a tinge of what humans should actually value, and what to learn from nature, where to look up to in the sky is something that I learned today in these sentences. I'm very thankful to you, sir, not only for this poem and this wisdom with us, but also for finding time, because I know you have extremely busy schedule. But I respect you for always finding time and giving due respect to our invitations. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being here. I think poems are the wonderful way of connecting not only to our own self, but also to each one's emotions. And those small verses actually help us connect with each other. I think in every poem that me and Nilesh have read, we could connect to a few things from our own life, and that is the beauty of poems. I suppose when the mind is clear and the emotions flow from the soul, that is when the poem are actually created. And poem is not something which every poet here would agree, poem is not something which we create under pressure, but it is something which just flows sometimes. I would like to start this program with my poem also, which I had written long back and which is very near to my heart. This journey is not about becoming. This journey is not about becoming. It is undoing that is not you. You are everything. Just rekindle the fire within. Let the light shine again. Shake hands with yourself. Talk about the things that you love. Smile as you pass the way. Say hello when you meet yourself. Meet the unforgotten soul and become what you are meant to be at the first place. So I suppose as poets, it is all about permitting ourselves to be yourself, to express the emotions as they are, and not fit into something which people would like. All poets are someone, I think, who are very intuitive and permissive towards oneself to express themselves as things are. With this, I would like to hand it over to Nilesh. And before I hand it over, I have a few words on Nilesh. Nilesh is a very good poet, actor, and a great human being. He has been a wonderful person, a wonderful student, and he's someone who is always open to a lot of ideas, has a lot of creative ideas in his mind, which he brings into reality. I would want Nilesh to recite his poem also, and I request him to recite his poem before the start of program. And from here on, Nilesh will take over. So I request Nilesh and Sushil to take over the program from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Namaskar. Good morning, all of you. I was supposed to, and I was planning to recite my poem in the middle part, but as it is told by my guide, teacher, and my mentor, Monali madam, to recite it in the beginning only. So, कोई हरकत नहीं, मैं तीनों लैंग्वेज का इस्तेमाल करने वाला हूँ, इंग्लिश, हिंदी एंड समटाइम्स इन मराठी, बिकॉज आई थिंक you should better express in the way you are more comfortable with. कविताएं कम से कम शब्दों में अपनी भावनाओं को व्यक्त करने का एक जरिया है, इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हर कवि में वो एक खूबी होती है कि वो जब अपने मन को सबके सामने कम से कम शब्दों में प्रस्तुत करता है तो सामने वाला इंसान भी उस कविता से कहीं ना कहीं जुड़ जाता है और वो अपने मन का रिफ्लेक्शन उस कविता में देखता है. एवरी ऑडियंस, एवरी रीडर ऑफ द पोएम own way. So I'll start with my poem first. मराठीमध्ये आहे मनाच्या खोल तळ्यात. मनाच्या खोल तळ्यात आपल्याच मनाचं तळ. I think somebody is calling me from the audience. I will request, please don't call me. I am now reciting. Dr. Shah, Anil Shah, somebody from your family is trying to call me. मनाच्या खोल तळ्यात आपल्याच मनाचं तळ. आपल्याच मनाचं तळ म्हटलं तर ओळखीचं, भेट रोजचीच, कधी नुसतीच काठावर बसून, कधी हाताने हलका स्पर्श करून, कधी पाण्यात पाय सोडून, तर कधी थोडस आत उतरून. या तळ्यात कधी जाणवतो गारवा, कधी ऐकू येतो पारवा, कधी बोचरी थंडी, तर कधी उन्हाळी हवा. म्हटलं ना, भेट रोजचीच पण तरीही एक नाविन्य, थोडं हरवणं, थोडं शोधणं, स्वतःच स्वतःला भेटणं. भेट रोजचीच पण रोज नवा अनुभव, कधी कोवळे कुतूहल, कधी शीतल शांतता, कधी कुंद कोलाहल. मग अशा वेळी मी सोडून देतो स्वतःला, मी सोडून देतो स्वतःला मनाच्याच स्वाधीन, कारण तोच तारणहार मी शून्य पराधीन. का कसे प्रश्नांचे उमटत राहतात वर्तुळ, का कसे प्रश्नांचे उमटत राहतात वर्तुळ, वृंदावत जातात अगदी काठापर्यंत. मी मात्र तसाच केंद्रबिंदूपाशी सार काही स्वीकारत, तळ स्थिर होण्याची वाट बघत, तळ स्थिर होण्याची वाट बघत, पुन्हा स्वतःचे प्रतिबिंब पाहण्यासाठी मनाच्या खोल तळ्यात, मनाच्या खोल तळ्यात. थँक्यू.
अतिशय सुंदर निलेश.
थैंक यू मैडम. दोस्तों, मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं कि इतने सारे कवि दोस्त आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं. कम से कम 25 कविताएं हम सुनने वाले हैं. कुछ दोस्तों ने हमारे 2 कविताएं भेजी थी, लेकिन हम ये कोशिश करने वाले हैं कि आज हर एक को अपना एक ही कविता जो वो बेस्ट समझते हैं या इस फ्लो में जो हमें लगता है कि सूट हो रही है, उस कविता को हम प्रस्तुत करने को उनको गुजारिश करेंगे. और टू स्टार्ट विथ, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट द यंगेस्ट psychiatrist, and for my surprise is a good poet also. I will request all poets to be very, very short in their briefing lines about the poem. If at all they need that, they should brief it. Otherwise,
One or two lines.
one or two line. Otherwise, it is very good to let the people perceive what they are getting from your words. And if it is very necessary that you think that they should say in the onset only what is the poem is about, so be very, very brief. This is my kind request to all in the beginning only. And I will request the first poet, Dr. Neil Shah from Dhule, with his poem. I will request him to please recite his Pursuit poem. Dr. Neil, are you there?
Yes, yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, go ahead, Neil.
Yeah. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today I'll be reciting my poem, which is titled The Pursuit. So, this poem, I will be describing Erickson's psychosocial stages and Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how it develops in a human being as he goes through his life. So, I'll start the poem, The Pursuit. Life is a journey full of pursuits. If you don't pursue, you are considered a destitute. A newborn baby, born with a sense of vanity, tries to pursue a physical identity. A toddler experiences a sense of immense joy when he pursues his most cherished toy. Growing up, he relinquishes his desire for toys and pursues to find solace in the company of other boys. As an adolescent, to stand out from the rest, he pursues academic and professional success and tries to be the best. In his relentless drive for success, when he realizes it's too late, he goes out in pursuit of an ideal mate. When finally he thinks everything in the universe is by his side, life takes him on an emotional roller coaster ride. Tormented and tortured by the turmoils of the external world, he pursues to find his authentic self in the depths of his inner world. Discovering his authentic self, he experiences a sense of immense freedom. But after a few years of exploring his interior world, he experiences boredom. So, in order to fill this deep psycho-spiritual hole, he transcends his separate self-sense and pursues to be one with the whole. From womb to tomb, life is a journey full of pursuits. If you don't pursue, you are considered a destitute. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Wow, good, good.
Excellent.
Good, Neil.
Thank you so much.
And thank you very much. We are all here on a pursuit. We are here
Yes.
to learn something about
Excellent.
psychology through poems. That's why we have started with this pursuit. Second poem, I would like to invite Dr. Anushka Makhija, and she will recite her poem, Dear Mental Health, I Am Sorry. Dr. Anushka, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have written this poem that Dear Mental Health, I am sorry. I have written this as a budding psychiatrist, as a resident starting her psychiatry journey. So it goes like, I rush to the doctor when I develop a flu, but when I am sad, I just wish time flew. I educate my family to follow sleep hygiene, while myself watching one more lecture on the screen. When one panics, I help them calm down. But for my own mental health, I am the clown. I would treat you if you were laughing to self, while my health laughs at my own self. With my heart on my sleeve and a mind wanting to serve, I keep a smile even when you get on my nerve. To the sleepless nights from studying to worrying, with my own self, I am often quarreling. Educating others, I now take steps. I exercise my mind, not just my biceps. Not guilty, will take my time off. Will consult the expert, not just for cold and cough. I shall fly high, no one can cut my wings. After all, it's the little things. With a smiling face, happy heart, and content mind, my inner peace I shall find. Dear mental health, I am sorry. You are no longer a query. Thank you.
Excellent.
Good, Anushka, very good. And I think this is very good start. We are going with very good speed. And all this mental health issues are related to our lifestyle. So, a poem about lifestyle, I would like to invite Dr. Lata Bhosle. Hai Zindagi Tere Naam.
गुड मॉर्निंग अँड ओम शांती. माझी कविता ही थोडी हिंदी भाषेतली आणि उर्दू लहेजा अशी असलेली आहे. व्यसनमुक्तीमध्ये 5-6 वर्षापासून काम करते आणि जे मी हा आवडीचा डोमेन आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये जो काही मला वैयक्तिक अनुभव असलेला आहे की माहेरी असताना काही रिलेटिव्स त्या झोनमधले होते आणि मग मी कसं पुढे काय करता येईल यावर योगायोगाने मग ॲज अ सायकट्रिस्ट आणि मग त्या डोमेनमध्ये तो सहज सुचलेली, कारण लास्ट इयर आमच्या IIM बुलढाण्याने या सगळ्या थीमवर सेलिब्रेशन केलं होतं लास्ट 2022. तो ए जिंदगी तेरे नाम आपल्या सर्वांसाठी. माँ कसम, नो ड्रिंक नो स्मोक ओनली भेज ए जिंदगी तेरे नाम. बोले तो हर साल की ये आखिरी शाम. वैसे तो हर ख्वाहिश के लिए दिल कहता है आमीन. वैसे तो हर ख्वाहिश के लिए दिल कहता है आमीन, क्योंकि जहन में प्रोड्यूस होता है डोपामीन. जुस्तजू है मगर जिंदगी को उस फलक की. जुस्तजू है मगर जिंदगी को उस फलक की, न रहे कोई भी गुंजाइश बाकी. 24 घंटे की वो मशक्कत, पूछे खुदा बोल तू बंदा. 24 घंटों की वो मशक्कत, पूछे खुदा बोल तू बंदा. दिखाऊ सब कुछ मिलने के बाद खुश है तू सदा. हर घड़ी हर वक्त स्ट्रेस हार्मोन हो रहे आबाद. हर घड़ी हर वक्त स्ट्रेस हार्मोन हो रहे आबाद. पालकर लाइफस्टाइल डिसीजेस शरीर हो रहा बर्बाद. बेशक, आखिरी लाइंस, बेशक इंसानियत को मिली है एक अनोखी सजा. बेशक इंसानियत को मिली है एक अनोखी सजा. खुद पर दिलो जान से मर मिटना यही है असली वजह. खुद पर दिलो जान से मर मिटना यही है असली वजह. थँक यू.
थँक यू लता मॅडम. आणि खरंच छान आहे. आपण स्वतःवर प्रेम करता करता काही गडबड करतो आहोत यावर भाष्य करणारी आपली ही कविता होती. खूपच सुंदर. आणि when we are talking about lifestyle and what it has caused, so one thing again come in mind is about body shaming, and a lot of people are thinking about now what is the right weight for me. So I would like to invite Dr. Nahid Dave. Dr. Nahid, are you there? Good morning, Dr. Nahid, are you there? I think Nahid has not joined.
Nahid has not joined yet. We can keep
Okay,
her later
great.
when he joins.
Okay, I'll keep that pending. If Nahid joins, we can give him chance to recite his poem later on. So I will go next to Dr. Shikhar Mehta. Dr. Shikhar Mehta, welcome. Very good morning, and please go ahead with your poem.
Good morning to all. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. I am a second-year resident in Government Medical College, Surat. So my poetry is about the journey of a substance abuse victim through stages of motivation and overcoming their problem. And it is meant to provide encouragement and positivity to any victim who reads it. The substance is compared to a manipulative friend who acts like they support you, but behind your back, they are ruining your life. So I start the poetry. हासिल किए फिर एक बार मेरे खोए हुए पंख, भर लिए ऊंची उड़ान जब जीती थी एक जंग. जंग थी उससे जिसे थी पहले दोस्ती यारी, मिलकर हर रोज जिसने हटाए दुख दर्द और परेशानी. बैठे बैठे की हमने जन्नत की सवारी, पर इस भ्रम के पीछे थी छल कपट की निशानी. कर दिया मुझे ऐसे अंधा और नम कि जो दिखते थे खत्म हो रहे तकलीफें और गम, वह तो थे मेरे अपने, मेरा धन, मेरा नाम, अभिमान और अहम. देखते ही देखते चढ़ गए आजार, भर गई नफरत, खा गया अकेलापन, घोटने लगी तन्हाई. जब आईने में दिखने लगी खोखली परछाई, तब जाकर एक बात समझ में आई, उस दोस्त ने मौत से पहले थी जहन्नुम की सैर करवाई. बना लिया मन अब टूटेगी यारी, कभी नहीं मिलेंगे बहुत हुई बर्बादी, पर ये थी मेरी नादानी. कर लिया था उसने वश में ऐसे, बढ़ती हुई दूरी पर पड़ गई उसकी यादें भारी। उसके मंत्र में था ऐसा जोर, चलते थे कदम खुद ही उसकी ओर। बार बार हार कर फिर एक बात समझ में आई, उससे बढ़कर खुद से थी ये लड़ाई। पर मैंने भी कर दी थी जंग की आगाही, कई बार गिरकर कई बार टूट कर भी मैंने हिम्मत नहीं हारी। निकाल फेंक कर किया उसके वश का विनाश, बार बार हार कर भी आखिर में जीत मैंने ही पाई। थैंक यू।
Very good, Dr. Shikhar. You have put in the right words the fight of addicted person with himself to get rid of this stage and find himself in a sober life. And I appreciate it. Now we'll go ahead on a journey of infinity with Dr. Surabhi Vishnoi. Good morning, Dr. Surabhi. Are you there? Dr. Surabhi?
I think Nilesh, she hasn't joined.
Okay. So
I can't see her in the participants.
Participants also, yes, we can see the number of people joined. Her name is not there. So I would like to have a small journey in the past, journey in the Bollywood, journey in the lyrics. And I would like to invite Dr. Bhave sir to please have some words and let us all know about how lyrics in the Bollywood and lyrics in some songs, they are also talking about mental health. And we are all eager to hear you always, sir. Dr. Suri, sir, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nilesh. I mean, when we talk of Bollywood and lyrics, I mean, it's a very, very big chapter. When we talk of Bollywood music, we generally focus on the singers or the composers. But then lyricists play a very, very important role. In fact, I remember that O.P. Nayyar, the very, very eminent composer, had once remarked that a lyricist does 80% of our job and me and the singer do only rest of 20%. Now, that was probably over charitable, but there's a way even composers perceive that. Now, Bollywood and lyrics and mind, I mean, it's all intertwined together because Bollywood is all about mind, all about romance, all about loving people, liking loving the country, loving God, and so on. And there are too many things that can be narrated. There are certain interesting anecdotes that come to my mind when we think of talking of particular songs, the way they were written, why these kind of wordings were used, what kind of vocabulary was used by what lyricists. One incident that I remember having read was, I'm sure we all have heard of the movie Guide. Guide had this wonderful music by Sachin Dev Burman, S.D. Burman. And it was directed by a very, very competent director, Vijay Anand. And Dev Anand and Wahida Rahman were in leading roles. Wonderful songs sung by Rafi Saab, Lata ji. Hasrat Jaipuri was the original lyricist of Guide. Subsequently, people know Guide more as a work of Shailendra. But initially, it was Hasrat Jaipuri who was roped in. It so happened that Devanand was to sing a sad song in Guide. And Hasrat Jaipuri wrote the first two lines as, I think we all have heard the song. I'll just hum the initial lines so that it rings a familiar bell, though my throat is not at all good today. It goes something like, Din dhal jaye hai, raat na jaye, tu to na aaye, teri yaad sataye. So there's a song, Din dhal jaye hai, raat na jaye, tu to na aaye, teri yaad sataye. Now, after writing these lines, हसरत को आगे लिखने में बड़ी मुश्किल हो रही थी. लिखते थे, लेकिन Vijayanand, the director, Devanand, S.D. Burman, his son R.D. Burman, who was S.D.'s assistant, were not at all happy with the lines that were being written. तो हसरत ने बेचारे ने 2 बार 3 बार 4 बार कोशिश की कि अगले स्टैंजा लिखे, लेकिन डायरेक्टर विजयानंद कुछ खुश नहीं हुए, कोई भी खुश नहीं था। तो एक मोमेंट ऐसी आई जब मीटिंग में झल्ला के हसरत चिल्ला उठे। अब ये वर्ड बहुत अप्रोप्रिएट नहीं है, लेकिन इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू कोट वर्बैटिम कि एक भड़वे के लिए मैं और क्या लाइन लिखूं। Now, for those of you who have seen Guide, Devanand has been equated to a pimp. तो भड़वा बेसिकली मीन्स अ पिम्प। तो जब विजयानंद ने देखा कि मेरे इस आर के नारायण के नॉवेल का आइकॉनिक हीरो देवानंद को एक भड़वे के रूप में लिरिसिस्ट खुद देख रहा है, he was very unhappy naturally. I mean, his hero being called a pimp, and that too using a very colloquial, unacceptable term. And that was the moment when Devanand and Vijayanand decided to throw Hasrat Jaipuri out. They said, "तुम्हारे यहाँ कोई काम नहीं है. I mean, we can't have you." And then they roped in Shailendra. Now, Shailendra और हसरत की बहुत पुरानी दोस्ती थी. I mean, film buffs would know that right from the 1949 movie Barsat, when Raj Kapoor brought them, all of them together, Shankar Jaikishan, Raj Kapoor, Mukesh, Hasrat, Shailendra. Hasrat and Shailendra were a writing jodi. They used to write lyrics for all the Shankar Jaikishan movies. So शैलेंद्र ने अपने दोस्त के लिए इतना कर दिया कि जो पहली लाइन थी, दिन ढल जाए हाय रात न जाए, तू तो ना आए तेरी याद सताए, ये उन्होंने मेंटेन की। तो एक दोस्त को इज्जत देने के लिए उन्होंने वो लाइनें नहीं बदली, पर बात का जितना भी सॉन्ग था, that was subsequently written by Shailendra, and Hasrat was out. So this was one anecdote that stuck in my mind as to how people are changed in movies following some, I mean, unfortunate circumstances. Yeah, so that was it.
Thank you, sir. That is a very good incident, that how if a poet is looking at some character or some incidents from a particular way, then that will come out from his heart, we can say.
Yeah.
So, and a very good example of the friendship also, that the other poet has not changed the line.
Yeah.
And that is respect from artist to artist. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Bhavesh sir, I appreciate you for your singing with a sore throat. If you can sing this way, then probably we would.
Okay, good, sir. Now we'll, after this very good break, we'll go ahead with our Dr.
Nilesh,
Dhananjay
Nahid has
Asurkar,
joined.
sir. Nahid has joined. Okay, Nahid, would you like to go ahead with your poem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can read.
Yeah. So we'll listen Nahid first, and then we'll move ahead.
Fine. Yeah. 1 second. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 second. So my poem is on weight loss and body shaming. So this is something very close to me because this is my personal journey as well. So it's an English poem. I'll just start. The day begins with a pitiful glance. To love myself, not a freaking chance. To be lean yet curvy is what I desire. To satiate my appetite is a burning fire. The weighing scale, the mirror, never do they lie. The helpless truth lets out a sigh. Have felt heavy as far as time can go. The kilos multiplied even so. The cells claim to be plump. Their nano meals make my heart jump. I carry extra kilos which refuse to shed. My shape and size I wish to mend. The low cut, the high rise will make its way. The short dress, the skinny jeans for another day. The morning comes and I make a promise to make this day unlike the previous. An enticing meal overpowers daily, the gooey chocolate and the greasy gravy. To be one with this taste one last time, the smell, the sight, and I partake in the crime. Every few hours, history repeats, and I fail each time one more time. Every few months, I get promoted to a bigger dress. How many grievances must I address? Develop tenderness for the young and the old. Never myself did I note. I gifted myself an education and occupation. Love for myself, I forgot to mention. I have learned a lot and then some more. Self-compassion was missed from the days of yore. I call myself a mental health soldier. Never myself did I shoulder. I decided to accept and own my body. For all the shaming, I am sorry. A mindful meal will help me heal and live myself with utmost zeal. As every responsibility I learned to bear, for all I am, I will learn to care. Thank you.
A very good, night. That's something is talking about acceptance also, and
Yeah.
being mindful. A mindful meal. Wow, what a good word. Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Thank you, sir.
Nahid. Now it's time to go ahead with our own Dr. Dhananjay Asturkar sir आणि त्यांची एक छानशी मराठी कविता जी आम्ही त्यांच्याकडनं कविता वेगवेगळ्या प्लॅटफॉर्मवर ऐकतच असतो, पण आज सरांकडनं आजारी मन. डॉक्टर धनंजय.
Thank you, Nilesh. And I am enjoying this journey with beautiful poems, especially Dr. Neil, Dr. Nahid, Dr. Anushka. Very nice poems. Thank you very much. So this poem is inspired from one of my patient, a middle-aged lady going through endogenous depression, not understanding why it's happening with her because everything in her life is perfect and fine. And it's all about layman advices she had received from the close ones. And at the end, what she answers due to them. आजारी मन. सर्व सुख माझ्या पदरी तरी मी दुःखी. सर्व सुख माझ्या पदरी तरी मी दुःखी. सांगायचं बरंच काही तरी मी मुकी. का बरे वाटावे उगाच उदास. का बरे वाटावे उगाच उदास. कुठे हरवला तो हुकमी उल्हास. असा कसा झाला दिवस माझा वेगळा. असा कसा झाला दिवस माझा वेगळा. प्रत्येक कामाचा येऊ लागला कंटाळा. मनी उदासी छटा तरी हसण्याची कसरत. मनी उदासी छटा तरी हसण्याची कसरत. नको नको वाटणारी ह्या नैराश्याची संगत. आणि ह्या जीव घेण्या विचारांचा छळ. आणि ह्या जीव घेण्या विचारांचा छळ. कसा रे देवा तू मांडलास हा छळ. कंठ का दाटून यावा भरल्या घरी कधी. कंठ का दाटून यावा भरल्या घरी कधी. उत्तर शोधता मलाच वाटे अपराधी. मी आप्तस्वकीयांमध्ये मांडले माझे गाराने. मी आप्तस्वकीयांमध्ये मांडले माझे गाराने. ती हसली म्हणत अगं तुझ्या संसारात काय उणे. ती हसली म्हणत अगं तुझ्या संसारात काय उणे. हे म्हणाले थोडा धीर धर. हे म्हणाले थोडा धीर धर. आई म्हणाली देवाचं काही कर. मैत्रिणी म्हणाली अगं हा तर वयाचा खेळ. मैत्रीण म्हणाली अगं हा तर वयाचा खेळ. मुलं म्हणाली स्वतःसाठी दे जरा वेळ. सासूबाई म्हणाल्या नको करू अभद्र विचार. भावंडांनी पाठवला रोज नवीन सुविचार. कोणी म्हणालं नेहमी पॉझिटिव्ह राहा. कोणी म्हणालं नेहमी पॉझिटिव्ह राहा. कोणी म्हणालं कशामध्ये तरी गुंतून पहा. व्यक्ती तशा वल्ली त्यांचे नाना सल्ले. कसं सांगू त्यांना मी हे सारे करून पाहिले. व्यक्ती तशा वल्ली त्यांचे ते नाना सल्ले. कसं सांगू त्यांना अहो हे तर मी सगळं करून पाहिले. माझे वैफल्यग्रस्त मन ह्या साऱ्यांना एवढाच प्रश्न विचारी. जसं शरीर तुमचं माझं तसं मन सुद्धा पडू शकतं ना हो आजारी. जसं शरीर तुमचं माझं तसं मन सुद्धा पडू शकतं ना हो आजारी. धन्यवाद.
Dhananjay, you have
खूप छान सर.
actually, Dhananjay, you have
बोला मॅडम.
actually read a depressive mind. What they must be really thinking when people give them advices.
Yes.
It so very
Thank you.
relates. It so very relates to each one of us. I think the kind of frustration, the kind of non-empathic attitude that the relatives have is very well worded. Thank you,
Yes.
Dhananjay, for
Thank you very much.
आणि हा जो प्रश्न तिने शेवटी विचारलेला आहे, मला असं वाटतं की हाच प्रश्न आणि ह्याच प्रश्नाचं उत्तर गेली कित्येक वर्ष सर्व मेंटल हेल्थ मध्ये काम करणारे जे आपण कार्यकर्ते आहोत हे समाजाला समजून सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करतोय की शरीरासारखंच आपलं मन सुद्धा आजारी पडू शकतं. आणि डिप्रेशनचा विषय चालू आहे, तर मग अशीच एक आणखीन डिप्रेशन बद्दल पेशंटला काय वाटतं याबद्दल सांगणारी कविता और एक कविता अबाउट डिप्रेशन, डॉक्टर अनिता नागरगोजे दौंड. पोएम इज अवदसा.
हॅलो.
गुड मॉर्निंग अनिता.
गुड मॉर्निंग. ऍक्च्युली डिप्रेशन बद्दल नाही आहे ही कविता, स्किझोफ्रेनिया किंवा छिन्न मनस्कता त्याबद्दल आहे.
येस येस.
येस. सो स्किझोफ्रेनिया या आजारात रुग्णाच्या मनात खूप गोंधळ चालू असतो आणि त्यांना त्यांच्या घरच्यांकडून एकदम जे आपण एक्सप्रेस इमोशन म्हणतो, एकदम वेगळी वागणूक मिळत असते. त्याबद्दल तो मानसिक आधार न मिळाल्यामुळे त्यांना कधी कधी आत्महत्या करण्याची इच्छा होते किंवा मग आत्महत्या हा एकच त्यांच्याकडे मार्ग उरलेला असं त्यांना वाटतं. तर हा सगळा त्यांच्या मनातला गोंधळ मांडण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे. माझ्या कवितेचं शीर्षक आहे अवदसा. So, उडून गेली पाखरे, सोडून गेली फुले, वाऱ्यासारखा वनवन फिरतो कुणी ना मज आपुले. काय झाले मज कुणास सांगू, जो तो दिसतो वैरी, मनात माझ्या वादळ उठते अन आग उरात विषारी. कुठे पळावे जगण्यापासून, मज माझे काहीच नाही, कोणीही येता सोबत संगे, थर काप जीवाचा होई. क्षणात हसे घरचेच मजवरी, क्षणात थुंकून जाती, कधी अचानक मारून मजला डांबून कोंडून घेती. मग भासते खरे माझेच मजला आपुले आपुले वाटे, तेच ते करी माझ्यासोबत गुज गोष्टी रोज पहाटे. मनात वादळ विचित्र गोंधळ अन बाहेर कुणी ना विचारी, मरणे वाटे जगण्याहून सोपे, कशीही अवस्था बिचारी. तुलाही कळेना कसे रे देवा, ही कशी जाहली दशा. मुक्ती दे मज पीडित जीवा, सोडव माझी अवदसा.
Wow.
Thank you.
Chan, Anita, when the real world is not able to understand you, then the patient is left with no choice but to enjoy his fantasies and his hallucination. That is what that lady is saying. So it's very important that the family members should understand the sufferings and experiences by the patient. Then only they can help the patient for a better treatment and we can say rehabilitation in their own life. Thank you very much. Now we'll move ahead with Dr. Bharat Taneja. Dr. Bharat, are you there?
Yes, sir. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome, and we'd like to hear from you.
Okay, so the poet's perspective of this poem is that a person is in a depressive phase of his life and he has some insight about it, but he's not able to come out of the pervasiveness of the melancholy that is there. So here it goes. The more I look, the more I see the stars not so bright, but they still shine for me. I hope to be what I thought I'll be, not reckless like a storm, but calm like the sea. Not like the fire so strong or impolite like the bees, but like the breeze of October and the fragrance of fresh leaves. I hope that one day I shall get up and feel free from the monotony that was never mine to be. But does it matter what I want when the universe wants this for me? Give me a sign, a placard, or thunder if it has to be. Just lift me up a little and let me see. Thank you.
Very good poem by Bharat. And I think you used guitar along with your words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So you have that two qualities with you. So hope to hear some songs in some next
Yes, sir, sure.
cultural program from you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful experience. And now we will move ahead with, yes, there are depression, there is schizophrenia, but there is a solution also. And there is always a solution. I would like to invite Tavleen Kaur. Tavleen, are you there?
Hello, sir. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah, yes. Go ahead.
Good morning, panel. My name is Tavleen Kaur Kalsi, and I would like to narrate a poem that is on a bipolar disorder. I did not name this poem, or I did not give a title to this poem, because I feel that I'm going to narrate an experience, and because every experience is personal to that person, so I feel that it is important that I capture that. So the poem goes like, so it begins that time of the month. I'm super excited and have become so blunt. I just want to go out and have some fun. Let's visit the park and also maybe run. Oh, wait, what should I wear? I have no clue. I have red and pink and yellow and blue. Or should I sit at home and eat? Maybe I should call someone to meet. I just want to share everything that's going on. Just don't know where I should begin from. Do you know I want to become an aeronautical engineer? And no, there is not a single thing I think I fear. I feel energetic and excited and optimistic and happy. Although I do feel my sleep has gone crappy. I feel I should do everything I think. I can sense I've developed a little kink. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4. I thought this feeling would last for more. Everything has now changed completely. I started thinking way too deeply. So, how are we today? He asked with a smile. I nodded back as I handed him my file. I just wanted to talk and talk and talk and talk. And now everything has just come down to a law. All the energy is down the drain, while he prescribed something for the brain. Don't worry, it'll get better and better. Bipolarity to subside will take some time more. I do feel confident I accept that. I can stay alone for a while in the flat. Thinking of the next time now gives me a chill, but climbing the ladder of progress is now my way. I still feel sleepy, I still feel lazy, but at least people don't call me crazy. I know I'm getting better day after day and started feeling good as I say this, by the way. Thank you.
Very good, very nice. And we have experienced that these bipolar patients are experiencing swings in their life. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum ka ye silsila chalta rehta hai. But what is more important is that, yes, they want to be on the path of progress and have a stable, good life. We all mental health workers are there to help our patients and stable their life. Thank you very much, Tavleen. And here we go. Yeah, here we go ahead with Ashal Parikh, Dr. Ashal Parikh, and I think poem about the caregiver, what caregiver want to say to a patient. So it's a caregiver's perspective, I think. Ashal, are you there? I think we are missing Ashal here. Okay, so we'll keep this caregiver's perspective later. And I think our friend Dr. Jeet is also driving, and he has sent us message that he's not able to recite now. But if at all he is there.
Sir, Dr. Jeet has requested me to narrate his poem. So can I go ahead?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, no problem. Yes, we would like to hear Jeet also from Tavleen's voice. Go ahead.
All right, so his poem talks about OCD, and it goes, the boys came home after the fun, and the shower started to run. Their shoes were covered with not enough sand. It's too dirty, it landed, in my mind it landed. How can I now let them in? It'll spread everywhere and that'll be my sin. I'll have to wash everything again. And that's enough to start the chain. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. I still think there is a need for more. If I don't, it'll spread everywhere. Every surface, every corner, every inch, every layer. Mom, I'm hungry. I want food, I heard. I was supposed to serve him rice with curd. How am I supposed to leave it in the middle? It's almost done. Just wait a little. Half an hour and up to 1. And I am yet to feed my son. I heard him say, Mom, please hurry up. It's almost done. Just this 1 cup. Yes. Finally, he ate, slept, and played, while I kept cleaning like a maid. I think I need help, I wonder. It's time to accept it's OCD I'm under. What makes you think it'll spread? Will it affect your kitchen, hall, or bed? The doctor asked as if it was common. Or was he thinking I did it for fun? I know how you feel, I understand. Makes you think it's out of your hand. I assure you it'll get better and better. You'll even get time to knit your son a sweater. He was right, as I do feel good now. Not cleaning again and again, I've taken that vow. It still lingers in my mind sometimes, but the ladder of success is now I climb. So thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Good one from Jeet, and please convey him that we like his poem, and we do understand the struggle of a OCD person, struggle and his fight against time as he has to calculate every minute. So good one, Jeet, and thank you, Tavleen, for presenting Jeet's poem. Here we go ahead with the light in the darkest time, Dr. Ruhi Satija. Dr. Ruhi.
Nilesh, Ruhi has messaged that she has got some emergency, so she will join a little later. That is what she has messaged.
Okay.
So we may carry
Okay.
forward. I see that she hasn't joined yet, so we can move ahead.
Okay, thank you. So we have our friend Nisarg Shah here. He has submitted 2 poems actually, but we'll have choice. We'll give him choice which one he want to present to us. Nisarg Shah. I think that name is also missing from the participants list.
I don't see him in the participants.
Okay, so it's
Maybe if he joins
time.
later, we can.
Yes. So I think we'll keep, and if at all they join, we'll. Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to hear from Dr. BSV Prasad sir now. Sir, how you are enjoying this Sunday morning feast with a poets, and what would you like to add to this such artistic program?
It's an amazing venture, I would say. I think very good initiative. I mean, I'm amazed at the talent that some of our young blood really have been showing. I mean, what Dr. Monali spoke about, poems coming from the heart, is quite evident in some of the poems that you just listened to. Well, talking about mental illness is one thing, but going through it and from the perspective of both having experienced it, it's almost too real and at times even surreal. It's a great experience, I must say. Yeah.
Sir, we also know that you also have that lot of knowledge about Bollywood and the history of Bollywood, some songs, and we always enjoy listening from you whenever we meet. So please.
See, looking at these poems, and when I was talking to Sushil, we were discussing some of the anecdotal references to some wonderful poetry that is being a part of Bollywood. I'll pick one in the sense that I don't know if the younger generation would have heard about that song, but even so, I think it's a very poignant song. Nayi Umar Ki Nayi Fasal, R. Chandra ka picture tha. This was in 1965. So the song that made this, I think, entire movie iconic, it didn't do very well in the box office apparently, but the movie is all about student politics and all that. But the poem that I'm referring to was not actually the film. It was incorporated much later. And I think some oldies would know about it. Karma guzar gaya, gubara dekhte rahe. On the face of it, it looks a very nihilistic kind of a poem and a very something that is, depicting all the decadence in society. But if you listen to it over and over again, you suddenly are inspired. Why lay back? Why fall down? I mean, I think you can restart is what comes to mind. So there's an interesting story about this. This was actually presented by Gopal Das Saxena, Neeraj, as we all know him, in one of those musharas. And his friend, R. Chandra, who's the producer and director of the movie, was absolutely amazed by this person's talent. So he thought he would lure him to Bollywood, which he was reluctant. Gopal Das, Neeraj was not really keen on Bollywood. Somehow, Chandra managed to convince him and then put his poem into the movie, so which plays in the background, of course, if you see the video. But once it came, then there was no looking back. I mean, people realized his talent. Moreover, in this particular song, if you go through the lyrics, you realize that he has used muhavaras, I mean, idioms, almost in every line, which is an amazing thing to do. I mean, it's very difficult, but you have to have a tremendous command over the language. That's one thing. The second thing was, of course, he hung around for as long as he thought the music directors were doing a great job, after which he packed up and went, though people said that एक बार बॉलीवुड में आ गया तो वापस नहीं जा सकते हो. He did absolutely that. In 75, after I think S.D. Burman passed away, he went back to Aligarh and continued writing his poems, of course, but he had nothing to do with Bollywood. So we lost him, of course, at the ripe age of 93, about 6 years back. But I think he was one poet who really gave all the other lyricists his time and even much later a real run for their money. If you listen to some of his poems, especially in Sharmili and all that, you realize, Prem Pujari is another example, you realize, I mean, he was absolutely lyrical in his poetry. And I think his poem would stand in good stead with some of the wonderful creations that our young blood has shown. Thank you for this wonderful initiative. I must really admire this. And I think you should keep this up more in the field of art and consulting. Been bombarded with a lot of academics most of the time. And this is something new and something different. And it exposes a different vein in both psychiatrists around. Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. When we met last time, sir was asking why I am part of this committee. So here is the reason why you are part of this committee, sir. Because such a minute detail about some songs and some poets in the history. हर कोई शायर नहीं होता, लेकिन शायर तभी शायरी अच्छी कर सकता है जब कोई अच्छा सुनने वाला होगा. So your
समझने वाला भी होगा, समझने वाला भी होगा,
समझने वाला भी होगा, सुनने वाला भी होगा और समझने वाला भी होगा. So it's always fun to listen from Dr. B.S.C. Prasad, something other than psychiatry, and he always talk about this history. So thank you very much, sir. Yes. So friends, here we will go ahead, and we all are fighting for this awareness in the society because we want to bring some evolution and through revolution. I would like to call Dr. Colin Braganza, whose poem is talking something about revolution. So, Colin, are you there?
Yes, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning. So, as the Oxford Dictionary defines revolution as a dramatic and wide-reaching change in conditions or attitudes, this poem looks through the revolutions that have led to the evolution of psychiatry and mental health. It started with the turn of a key, Unchaining and Moral Treatment by Pinnell Jolly and Chiarugi. Enhancing care, freedom, and dignity, a little act, but how revolutionary it turned out to be. The second revolution involved a lot of science, a bit of serendipity, the discovery of effective treatments for many a brain malady. Schizophrenia's grasp, depression's gloom, anxiety's dread, all disappear and are replaced by hope instead. The third revolution witnessed neural pathways unfold. Chemical dances allowed narratives to be retold. No more curses, black magic, or supernatural games. Science triumphs over archaic claims. The newest revolution, voices emerge, stigma wanes. By sharing stories, awareness improves and empathy reigns. Away from the shadows and into the light, to fight together for mental health, let's unite. Thank you.
Wow. Let's unite. That is true. But after listening this poem, I feel that a separate textbook of psychiatry with all poems can be a thought given. We can have history of psychiatry and all illnesses, symptoms, and maybe after some days we can have some treatment modalities also in the form of poets. Thank you, Colin, and that was wonderful. Now we have with us Dr. Bhavya Jogani. Good morning, Bhavya.
Just a minute. Hello, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so firstly, good morning, everyone. I am Bhavya and I am first year psychiatry resident from Ahmedabad. So basically, the poem which I want to narrate today, it is from the perspective of a person suffering from anxiety. So here I begin. Don't know when it started, don't know how it started, don't know when it's gonna end, don't know if it's gonna end. Where the world sees lights, there all I see is darkness of great heights. But that is not the worst part. There is something more that adds to heaviness in my heart. The world doesn't know how dark my world is. Actually, the world denies to accept that this darkness can even exist. And hence, I stay silent when I realized that no one cared about what it meant. But I heard that there is a possibility for me to see the light too, and that I can survive and reach on the other side too. World would be a better place if I felt accepted and was allowed to deal with it rather than just repressing it. I heard that there has been a matchstick lit in the darkness of this unawareness all around. And that seems like a hope to me a bit, and it seems like a beginning of an essential revolution around. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, there is always a light of hope around, and all these mental health workers, we people, our teams are there to help our patients. Patients should be feel accepted in the society, and with this awareness in the individual and the society, we can have this revolution around. Thank you very much, Bhavya. We'll move ahead with our friend, Dr. Sandeep Mahamuni, and let's hear what Sandeep has to say to us. Good morning, Sandeep.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes. Wow.
So I'm going to recite my poem, Bees of Grudges. So it talks about how holding grudges is not a good idea and how it is counterproductive and what can be done to get away from these feelings of grudges and regret. So here I begin. Release the bees of grudges and regret when anger and guilt is hard to negate. Angry bees buzzing in hair, guilt and sorrows are only man-made. Bottled up anger does not suppress cascading crisis of your distress. Lingering thoughts create sick feelings, eating away joy and your well-being. try to be objective. Now here I talk about what can be done to get rid of these negative feelings of grudges. So try to be objective and make few amends. Look within as your shrink recommends. Don't hold grudges, else relationship freezes. I'll repeat. Don't hold grudges, else relationship freezes. Necessary part of your social sphere. Truth known since donkey's years. Bury the hatchet and smile at him, for world doesn't run at your whim. Bury the hatchet and smile at him, for world doesn't run at your whim. With open mind. Now last two lines. With open mind, open that door to friendship in troubled waters and in the same ship. With open mind, open that door to friendship in troubled waters and in the same ship. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep sir. Very good.
Thank you very much.
I like the point about look within of yourself. That is very important. Bury the hatchet, and with open mind, open the door of friendship. I think that's a friendship with world and friendship with oneself. That is very important. No point carrying grudges in the mind. Thank you for this wonderful treatment. Yes. We'll have now a child talking to his parent. Dr. Gulesh Kumar presenting us. Dr. Gulesh. Are we missing our friends on Sunday morning? Dr. Gulesh, are you there? I think Dr. Gulesh is also not there. Okay, so we'll move ahead with Dr. Soumya Jha. Dr. Soumya?
Soumya is also not there. At least in participants, is not there. Yes.
Is not there. Okay. Shweta Parmar.
He is here, but he is on mute.
Hello,
Soumya
sir.
is here, but is on mute.
No, sir, I'm here. Good morning.
Bharat.
Yeah, I'm using his phone because mine is not working. He's with me only. So I'll be reading out my poem called Tally Marks today. So it's about a person who's struggling with suicidality and can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, Bharat.
So it's basically about a person who's struggling with suicidal thoughts, and it's called Tally Marks. So it goes like this. My history is written on my wrist, etched into my skin with pain as my ink. People see them as tally marks, a count of every time I defeated death. Death is an old friend. He comes to every event. If it's a dinner with friends or me alone in my room at 2 a.m., escaping sleep because my dreams are worse than reality, I find him sitting next to me. My side flirts with my mind, touches its lips to mine, sucking the life out of me. That's when I remember my scars are trophies, and I give myself another one, and that's the only time he leaves me. The pain feels like medicine, bringing me back to me.
Not. Very meaningful.
Thank you so much.
So we'll again call next in the list, Shweta Parmar. Her poem Gift. Shweta, are you there?
Shweta is not there in participants.
Okay. So we have a friend from Nasik, but now he's going to talk to us from UK. So we have a guest, Dr. Abhijit Karegaonkar. It's a very positive poem. Hi, Abhijit.
Hi, good morning. This is very, very early morning for me. It's like
Yeah.
5:45 now, and I'm being, it's been very wonderful. Getting up early was a task, but then hearing all the poems is a wonderful thing. And thanks for inviting me. Just a bit of prologue, not as long as I've sent to Nilesh, though. Poems have many different processes. Some start with a definite picture, and some start with just a thought, an emotion. This poem started with an emotion, obviously an associated thought, and reflects a journey of emotions and thoughts, how it happens. Probably looks like starts with an existential thought, validates the emotions behind it, and then ends up with an alternative thought, perhaps a more philosophical take on it. Let's see. Let me just read it out. तर मराठीत कविता आहे आणि कवितेचं शीर्षक आहे प्रवासी हो. तर प्रवासाबद्दलची कविता एक वेगळ्या प्रकारचा प्रवास आहे की विचारांचा चकवा सैरभैर थकवा दिवसभरच्या आशेला वाट तरी दाखवा. विचारांचा चकवा सैरभैर थकवा दिवसभरच्या आशेला वाट तरी दाखवा. मळभ सर्व दूर गढूळ पाण्याचा पूर भावनाही कर्कश लागेल कधी सूर. मळभ सर्व दूर गढूळ पाण्याचा पूर भावनाही कर्कश लागेल कधी सूर. तुर्तास म्हणे चकव्यातच फिरत राहणे, तुर्तास म्हणे चकव्यातच फिरत राहणे, गढूळ पाण्यात शेवाळ्याचा शोध घेणे. गढूळ पाणी असेल तर शेवाळा वाढत नाही त्याच्यामध्ये. शेवाळा वाढायसाठी असेल तर पाणी थोडं स्वच्छ लागतं. की तुर्तास म्हणे चकव्यातच फिरत राहणे, गढूळ पाण्यात शेवाळ्याचा शोध घेणे, भेसूर मैफिल अशीच अजून तंगवत जाणे, दिवस फक्त आशेवरच काढत राहणे. अहो, असला तरी संघर्ष बरा आहे का, असला तरी संघर्ष बरा आहे का, भासणारा अर्थ तसा खरा आहे का. स्वप्नांच्या रोपट्यांवर यत्नांचा कहर. खूप स्वप्न बघितली आहेत आणि त्याच्यावरती आपण खूप प्रयत्न करतोय. स्वप्नांच्या रोपट्यांवर यत्नांचा कहर, निसर्गाच्या मनातच नसेल जर बहर. ठेंगणे आकाश म्हणीपुरते सुगम वाटते. आपल्याकडे म्हण आहे, आकांक्षांपुरती जिथे गगन ठेंगणे. की ठेंगणे आकाश म्हणीपुरते सुगम वाटते, पदोपदी जळत राहून काया तेवढी आटते. लाभला जरी स्वर्ग तरी उपभोगी असेल काय. एवढं सगळं करून मिळवलं तरी तुम्ही, लाभला जरी स्वर्ग तरी उपभोगी असेल काय. नेत्र वेधलेला पक्षी झाडाशिवाय जगेल काय. पक्षीचा नेत्रवेध कुठे झाला होता माहिती आहे सगळ्यांना, महाभारतात झाला होता. तर त्याच्यावरचा वेगळा टेक आहे हा की ते झाड बघायचं नाही आणि फक्त पक्षी बघायचा. हे ठीक आहे, छान वाटतं, इट्स अ डिफरंट अँगल. पण या अँगलने असं आहे की अहो झाड नसेलच, झाड नसत पक्षी पण नसतात. सो इट्स व्हेरी impractical not to think about the tree. So ignore everything and just look at the goal. Probably may not be a very good thing. लाभला जरी स्वर्ग तरी उपभोगी असेल काय, नेत्र वेधलेला पक्षी झाडाशिवाय जगेल काय. कण्हण्याला जीवनाची लय कधी मानू नकोस. आपण कणत कणत आयुष्य काढतो. कण्हण्याला जीवनाची लय कधी मानू नको, अदृश्य विसाव्याला ध्येय कधी म्हणू नको. चाचपडून सगळीकडे बघून घे, वेड नाही. You can explore all options in your life. चाचपडून सगळीकडे बघून घे, वेड नाही. वय गेले वेळ गेली म्हणू दे, खेद नाही. Dr. Monali ma'am had said a very wonderful sentence. I still remember that. It just struck me in my mind in one of the transaction analysis workshop. Age is just a number. She said age is just a number. It came very naturally with her. की चाचपडून सगळीकडे बघून घे, वेड नाही. वय गेले वेळ गेली म्हणू दे, खेद नाही. कष्टाचा गुलाम कधी होऊ नको, कष्टाचा गुलाम कधी होऊ नको. वाट मध्येच बदलायाला भिवू नको. तुझं जे तुझंच ते परिमाण कशाला. कोणाशी कम्पेअर करतोयस तू, कोणाचे क्रायटेरिया स्वतःला लावतोयस. तुझं जे तुझंच ते परिमाण कशाला. तुझ्यामध्ये आकाशही दिसत असेल कोणाला. यू नेव्हर नो, यू कॅन स्टिल बी अन इन्स्पिरेशन टू समवन एल्स आउट देअर. आता आहेस, आता लढ, काहीतरी घडेलच. आता आहेस ना, बी इन द प्रेझेंट. आता आहेस, आता लढ, काहीतरी घडेलच. तुझ्या परिभाषेपेक्षा वेगळे पण मिळेलच. मिळण्याचा अर्थ तेवढा गमला पाहिजे. यू शुड नो व्हॉट इज इट. मिळण्याचा अर्थ तेवढा गमला पाहिजे. राधिकेच्या प्रेमात कृष्ण रमला पाहिजे. राधाकृष्ण कधी एक झाले नाहीत, पण त्यालाही मिळणं होतं. मिळण्याचा अर्थ तेवढा गमला पाहिजे. राधिकेच्या प्रेमात कृष्ण रमला पाहिजे. क्षणाक्षणात राम आहे, खात्री ठेव. देर इज अ मीनिंग फॉर एव्हरी मोमेंट इन युअर लाईफ. देर इज अ मीनिंग देअर. क्षणाक्षणात राम आहे, खात्री ठेव. आयुष्याला ठाव आहे, खात्री ठेव. प्रवासी हो, प्रवासी हो, प्रवासातच गती आहे. शून्याकडून शून्याकडचीच सक्ती आहे. द ओनली कंपल्सरी थिंग इन लाईफ इज यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अ झिरो अँड गो टू द झिरो. बाकी काही गरजेचं नाही. देर इज नो ऑब्लिगेशन अदर दॅन दॅट. प्रवासी हो, प्रवासातच गती आहे. शून्याकडून शून्याकडची सक्ती आहे. स्पर्शिलेलं सारं काही आठवून पहा. स्पर्शिलेलं सारं काही आठवून पहा. समृद्धीची हीच गड्या युक्ती आहे. समृद्धीची हीच गड्या युक्ती आहे. धन्यवाद. थँक्यू.
खूप छान, खूप छान, खूप छान.
क्या बात आहे, क्या बात आहे. अभिजित, म्हणजे वाट बदलायला भिवू नकोस हे तुझ्याकडनं ऐकताना अगदी समर्पक वाटतं. आम्हाला नेहमी प्रश्न पडतो, अभिजित असे खटाखट किती मोठे मोठे छान छान निर्णय घेतो आहे, जे घ्यायला कदाचित इतर लोक घाबरतात. जगायचं कसं, कणत कणत की गाणं म्हणत, ह्या सुद्धा ओळी तुझी कविता ऐकल्यानंतर आठवतात. मिळण्यातला अर्थ सांगताना तू अगदी राधाकृष्ण आणि तुझ्या कवितेत राम सुद्धा आला. आणि थांबायचं नाही गड्यात, चालत राहिलं पाहिजे. खूपच सुंदर कविता झाली आहे. हा सगळा आपला कवितेचा प्रवास इतका छान सुरू आहे. आणि काही प्रवासी जे आहेत ते थोडेसे गाडीमध्ये चढायला उशीर झाला असेल तर आय वुड लाईक टू कॉल दोज फ्रेंड्स इफ दे आर हिअर. डॉक्टर भुलेश कुमार. येस मॅडम.
सौम्या इज डन. सौम्या.
No, Soumya is yet to.
Soumya
Soumya
Darpan.
Jha.
Yeah, Soumya Jha, Darpan, Aman Chawla sir, and I think
Madam is there.
Yeah.
Ridhambara madam is there. Dr.
Soumya
Ridhambara
is
Mehta
also
madam.
there.
I
Soumya is
already
also there.
finished. I already finished.
Yeah,
Hello?
Soumya, go ahead.
Soumya?
Hello, sir. So I already read my poem.
Okay. So Ridhambara
Okay.
madam, Darpan, and Aman sir is remaining, I think.
Okay. So before going to that part, I would like to invite our friend Dr. Sushil. He is also going to add something to this beautiful journey of poem. Sushil.
Thank you, Nilesh. And it's going very fine, and really, thanks to Monali and Nilesh for making it so interesting. I hope I'm audible enough, Nilesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, poetry and the poets, they have a very different aptitude, I would say. It reminds me of one anecdote. In 1990, that's around 33 years back, Doordarshan had planned to start one serial, and that was Jungle Book. So very senior members of Doordarshan, they thought of giving a beautiful song, title song for this serial, Jungle Book. And they approached legendary Gulzar Saab, just write some good title song for this Jungle Book TV serial. And Gulzar Saab has written that wonderful song, and I hope everyone know that song. I would hum a bit. जंगल जंगल बात चली है पता चला है चड्डी पहन के फूल खिला है. Now when we listen to this song we feel so good about it, but when first time Gulzar Saab submitted his poem or a song to Doordarshan, they were absolutely shattered. They requested and they all decided. There were several meetings of the Doordarshan committee that how to include this song because that chaddi word is there. And they did not know how to tell this to Gulzar Saab. And then they called Gulzar Saab and they conveyed him that, sir, there is a problem in this song and many composers are not willing to compose this song. They are not willing to give a music to this song. And it is only because of the single word that chaddi. It's look very inappropriate word. Gulzar Saab said that feel this in your mind. Your mind is filthy. It's not my song or my poem is filthy. And then he said that, okay, if the composers are not ready, let me see my nearest friend, Vishal Bharadwaj. And then the Gulzar Saab called Vishal Bharadwaj and said, Vishal, I will not change the words and you have to compose this song. And Vishal Bharadwaj, as usual, he was ready to compose this song. And then a beautiful tune was given to this song. And everything was compiled and again given to Doordarshan that now the song is ready. The words are like that. Now Doordarshan committee had a problem, like how to say no to Gulzar Saab. Now Vishal Bharadwaj is also roped in. So they said, Ki, sir, can we change this word, chaddi? Use any word, whatever you feel, but let's change the word, this chaddi. And Gulzar Saab, in his Shairana Andaz, told to everyone of Doordarshan committee, अगर गाना होना है तो चड्डी के साथ ही होगा, बिना चड्डी पहनाए ये सॉन्ग हो ही नहीं सकता. And Vishal Bharadwaj also echoed the same sentiments. अगर गाना बजेगा तो चड्डी के साथ ही बजेगा, बिना चड्डी के ये सॉन्ग होगा ही नहीं. And then Doordarshan had no option to accept that song. And immediately after the first episode, the song was on the lips of everyone, not only children, adults, elderly. And now also we know that if we say Jungle Jungle Baat Chali Hai Pata Chala Hai, and if we vomit the word chaddi from that song, then it won't be that meaningful, because that Mowgli, that Jungle Book, everything revolve around this wonderful title song, Jungle Jungle Baat Chali Hai Pata Chala Hai. So I remembered this anecdote because sometimes in a poetry or even in a Bollywood song, some words are so particular that no one can replace. And as in the beginning, Monali and the Nilesh said, it comes from the heart. Okay, so it comes from the heart. And when Gulzar Saab imagined Mowgli, it came from his heart that it's a fool wearing chaddi. So chaddi behan ke fool khila hai. So thank you, Nilesh, for this opportunity. Thank you.
क्या बात है. So that was a wonderful story about chaddi पहन के फूल खिलाए. And thank you, Sushil. Thanks to Gulzar Saab also, because he has not omitted that word. And all of us have that very good memories about Mowgli and all those episodes, and when it used to run in every house, and you can hear the song coming out from all the windows around. So thank you very much for taking us down to those memory lanes. And as we are talking about the memories and Yade, I would like to invite Anil Kumar Chawla sir for his poem Yade.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for keeping me in the end, because my topic is such that it deserves an ending. And the little brief note about it is that my sister lost her husband. And whenever she used to call me, and she would remember her husband and tell me, Anil, my heart is crying. Every time, until a year later, she was still using the same word, my heart is crying, Anil. And then she arranged a get together and said everybody has to sing or recite a poem. It is then that I thought of writing on this. So here is a poem called Yade. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yade. यादों से दुनिया चलती है, पढ़ाई लिखाई सिखाई यादों से ही होती है. बेशक यादें जरूरी होती हैं, समस्या तब होती है जब यादें गैर जरूरी होती हैं. यादें तो आती ही हैं, आती ही रहती हैं, कुछ खट्टी कुछ मीठी और कुछ कड़वी. यादें कुछ तो मुस्कान लाती हैं, मगर अक्सर मस्तिष्क को हिला जाती हैं कड़वी. बिन बुलाए मेहमान की तरह आ जाती हैं यादें, घर बना के बैठ जाती हैं कुछ यादें. भगाने पर भी जब नहीं भागती यादें, मुसीबत बन जाती हैं यह भावना युक्त यादें। मुसीबत बन जाती हैं ये भावना युक्त यादें। सभी जानते हैं ये यादें तो पागल होती हैं। कब अभी 1 घंटे की, अभी महीने और अभी 20 साल पहले की भी आ जाती हैं। यादों को सच मानकर हम यादों के संग हो लेते हैं। इसी नासमझी की वजह से हम लोग दुखी रहते हैं। ब्रेन के हिप्पोकैम्पस में होती है स्टोर मेमोरी, वहीं से रैंडमली होती है रिलीज मेमोरी। हम ब्रेन में उठते गुब्बार को इतना महत्व खामखा देते हैं, पेट की गैस के गुब्बार को तो सम्मान देते नहीं। पेट की गुब्बार के गैस को सम्मान देते नहीं। यादों ने कोई मेहनत एमडी पीएचडी नहीं करी, सबसे पैसिव चीज है यादें। फिर क्यों ये इतना सम्मान पाती हैं? इतनी अटेंशन तो भगवान नहीं जितना ये यादें पाती हैं। इतनी अटेंशन तो भगवान नहीं जितनी ये यादें पाती हैं। यादें बीते रिश्तेदारों की बहुत मीठी लगती हैं, श्रद्धा सम्मान की भावना पैदा करती हैं, मगर दुख और अफसोस की लकीर छोड़ जाती हैं। गलती अपनी ही है। रिश्तेदार ने तो कहा नहीं, याद नहीं किया तो रिश्तेदारी नहीं। रिश्तेदार ने तो कहा नहीं, याद नहीं किया तो रिश्तेदारी नहीं। यादें ही तो एंजाइटी डिप्रेशन की जननी है। यादें ही तो लटके चेहरों की करनी है। पीटीएसडी होता है यादों से, गिल्ट की भावना भी सताती है यादों से। यादें 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 ही तो हैं। कभी वो सच था मगर अभी तो नहीं। जो अभी नहीं है कभी था, वो आज का सच तो नहीं। सच तो केवल यह क्षण है, जीवंत ठंडा गरम का सच तो यही क्षण है। यादों भरी कहानी तो नहीं, कहानी कहानी है, अभी का सच तो नहीं। कहानी को पकड़ना क्यों? कहानी सीखने सिखाने को होती है, सीख के छोड़ देने को होती है। जो कहानी को पकड़े हैं उन्होंने कुछ सीखा ही नहीं। जो कहानी को पकड़े हैं उन्होंने कुछ सीखा ही नहीं। भूतकाल वापस कभी नहीं आता, व्यर्थ रोते हैं लोग, बीता समय लौट कर नहीं आता। आज को गवाते हैं लोग भूत की यादों में, अन्याय करते हैं वो खुद से दिन और रातों में। अन्याय करते हैं वो खुद से दिन और रातों में। यादें आए अपनों या परायों की तो क्या करें? यादें आए अपनों या परायों की तो क्या करें? कटले पतली गली से इग्नोर मार के आगे बढ़े। गाली देने वाले की गाली बुद्ध ने स्वीकार नहीं की। यादें स्वीकार ना करो तो लौट जाएंगी यादें भी। व्यक्ति, वस्तु, परिस्थिति, समय और स्थान, ये पांचों, इन्हें याद कर सब फंसते हैं ये जांचो। पांचों ये बदलते हैं दिन रात सुबह शाम, रात को भी इन्हें ना भूलो ना छोड़ो तो होगी नींद हराम। रात को भी इन्हें ना भूलो ना छोड़ो तो होगी नींद हराम। यहाँ ज्यादा सोचना व्यर्थ है यारो। यारो ध्यान से देखो, यहाँ सब कुछ हो रहा है प्यारो। तुम पूरी मशीन नहीं, मशीन का पुर्जा मात्र हो यारो। यादों से मुक्त भी एक जिंदगी होती है, अत्यंत वर्तमान, अटर प्रेजेंट की वो जिंदगी होती है। शांति प्रेमी वर्तमान ही में रहते हैं, मन प्रधान यादों में। अपना ध्यान भूत भविष्य में रखना है या वर्तमान में, यह तो है हमारे हाथों में। अपना ध्यान भूत भविष्य में रखना है या वर्तमान में, ये तो है हमारे हाथों में। आंखें मूंद के बैठिए, 10 मिनट सब कुछ छोड़, निश्चय करके इस समय अच्छी बुरी यादों से लीजिए मुंह मोड़। धीरे धीरे समझिए, व्यर्थ यादों बिना सरल है जीवन की ओर। शांत मन रहने लगे तो मुंह पे मुस्कान लीजिए ओढ़। ध्यान में सिर्फ इतना रखिए, कहीं मुस्कान तो गई नहीं छोड़। ध्यान में सिर्फ इतना रखिए, कहीं मुस्कान तो गई नहीं छोड़, वापस फिर लाइए, कभी मुस्कान न जाए छोड़, मुस्कान न जाए छोड़. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. इसमें कई सारे मुद्दे थे जिस पर आपने बात की है कि जैसे रिश्तेदार बोलते नहीं है हमें खुद से कि याद नहीं तो रिश्तेदारी नहीं. और ये we have to tackle our own memories because they are sometimes sweet and sometimes they bring sorrows to the life. So now I would like to invite the Dr. Ritambara Mehta Madam, who is a professor and head of the Department of Psychiatry, GMC Surat, with her poem about mother of all mothers, the earth. Good morning, madam. Hello. Ritambara madam was there till
She's there, but
3 minutes back. Yes, she's there. She's there. Dr. Ritambara Mehta madam. We can see her in the participants list.
We can't hear you, madam. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Unmute. She has to do unmute.
Madam, unmute
Excuse me,
yourself.
madam, please unmute yourself. Can anybody of us unmute herself?
From the control room, you can do unmute for her.
Madam is already unmute.
No, she's already.
Volume issue is there. I think. Some volume issue is there. I think.
Okay.
Some connection problem. Hello.
I will call her. I will call her on her phone. Till that time, you can take next one, Nilesh.
We can take Darpan by that time. We can take
I will
Darpan.
call
Yes,
her.
yes, Darpan madam. Good morning, madam. We'd like to hear a poem from Dr. Darpan Kaur now.
May I begin or
Yes, ma'am. You are audible. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. The title of my poem is "What Would Be the Lyrics of the Mind?" I've written it in the Mirror poet Dr. Darpan Kaur. It is on the theme of the program Nazam, the lyrics of the mind. What would be the lyrics of the mind? One has to search within and find the words of meaning so deep. What is that we wish to see? Beyond the boundaries of space and time, the mirror poetry of mystical rhyme. Reflecting upon the inner self, deeper within we begin to delve. Exploring the path meant to be, slowly we begin to see. Insight, awareness, and a unique role, we start walking towards the goal. Will, knowledge, and action, it is a moment of fraction, connecting to the universal force. It is a beautiful life course, flowing harmoniously with radiant words, the sweet chirping voices of birds, the sunlight illuminating the day, making you think of the way, the moonlight dazzling amidst the night. It is the eternal light which illuminates the mind. The way one has to find, connecting to the primal source, the cosmic universal force, deeper and deeper we delve, returning to the original self, which is fundamentally sweet and nice, kind, gentle, peaceful, and wise. The mind reveals the meant way. It is a beautiful day. Each day towards growth of the self, deeper we learn to reflect and delve. A star emerges radiant and bright. Joy, happiness, mirth, and delight. One has to search within and find what would be the lyrics of the mind. So this is my poem, and thank you so much to the Arts and Cultural Subcommittee of IPS. Thank you, Dr. Monali. Thank you, Dr. Sushil Gawande, and thank you, Dr. Nilesh, and thanks so much for inviting me in your program and organizing this great program. Thank you.
Thank you, Darpan Madam. That was with the theme of the program. Now, I think if the technical issues with Dr. Ritambra Madam is solved, we can have her with her poem now. Dr.
Can
Mehta
you hear
Madam?
me now, sir? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, now, ma'am. Now we can hear you.
Okay, okay. I mean, I have been traveling and somehow I am in Bangalore and I'm sitting in Lal Bagh just to be with you all. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I mean, there are many poems I have written, but this is a small one which I wrote on Mother's Day, how to give tribute to the mother. And so I equated the mother with mother nature and just it flew in a few moments. Earth as seen as Mother Supreme, and you all can see the greenery around me. I'm with the nature, so I'm really enjoying this moment. Mothers means giving and loving and caring and life enhancing force. And we all can relate to this mother. So I have just written it very simply with very simple words, and I hope you all can enjoy that. Mother of all mothers, the Mother Earth. She is green, she's blue. You all know that she's green with all the nature and blue, the waters. She's red, she's brown, all the earth and the fire and whatnot. Of all the colors, she drips all hues. She's cracked, she's scratched, she's dug, she's ground. Of all the tortures, she gives more life. I mean, we all can relate to all the mothers, the kind of atrocities and all kinds of things, but the mother keeps giving life. She's wet, she's swamped, she's flooded, she's rained. Of all the water, she gives more life. She's stream, she's river, she's sea, she's ocean. Of all the water, sweet and salt, she gives more life. She's dry, she's dirt, she's dust, she's sand. Of all the desert, she still gives more life. She's mother, she's mother, she's mother of all the mothers. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you. That was wonderful poem about Mother Earth, and from the Garden of Bangalore. With such a beautiful nature around.
Yes,
Madam.
yes. Thank you.
I think if anybody from the list who was not there and has joined late and would like to present the poem now, we miss Dr. Nisarg Shah, Surbhi Vishnoi, Ruhi Satija, and Dr. Shweta, and Ashal Parikh, Dr. Gulesh Kumar. If anybody from this is there, we would like to take their poem. Otherwise, I think we are at the end of this wonderful journey with the words, emotions, and a lot of insight about psychiatry also, and some anecdote from the Bollywood, some old memories. So for now, is Dr. Gaurav there for the vote of thanks? That's the last part of this
Nilesh,
session.
Gaurav is traveling, so you can do vote of thanks.
Okay. No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the participants who have joined this Zoom meeting and this online session and this Sunday morning. I know we all get Sunday morning to enjoy with our family, friends, and a lot of planning everybody have. But yes, we all took out time. I would like to thank our president, Dr. Nina Madam, for taking initiative, guiding us, and allowing us to take this cultural committee and the first program of this cultural committee, Dr. Dhananjay Asturkar sir, for starting Dr. Rathi sir, who has guided us today morning, and with this wonderful poem also, Dr. Sudhir Bhave sir, Dr. BSP Prasad sir, our own friend Dr. Sushil. They have given some inputs with this poetry journey. My guide, mentor, teacher, Dr. Monali madam, who was my co-moderator for this session, and all the poets who has, what we can say, presented their heart out here with the beautiful poems. And I would like to see many more such poems. And when we will go ahead with the compilation of the book, I'm very sure that we'll have to think, I expect many more such beautiful poems talking about mind, the lyrics of the mind. Thank you very much, each and everybody. आपल्या सगळ्यांचे मनापासून धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, खुश रहो, आबाद रहो और लिखते रहो, हम सुनते रहेंगे. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone.